So, Jessup, you know what I'm gonna do?
What? Are you me? Am I you? Who are we?
N- n- I no, he is me and I am you.
So, who is that? And who are you we?
Okay, I had to put in a Rush Hour 3 quote for some reason, but we're not reviewing that today. We are gonna be reviewing Face
Face.
Off. I know this movie has been reviewed to death, but we just thought we'd get our hands on this movie as well.
And it's technically the last in our little Nicolas Cage marathon.
Yeah, so for those who don't know, this also stars John Travolta, and this is a John Woo directed movie. For those who know who John Woo is, you pretty much know what this movie would bring. This is probably his most famous work, I'd say.
Yeah, I love this movie. It is such a ridiculously. It's a ridiculous concept, but it's a lot of fun. Everyone's over the top. Everyone gives the right amount, right performance. It's just
So,
wonderfully insane.
so for those who don't know the concept of Face Off, basically John Travolta plays this FBI agent who is obsessed with this terrorist named Castor Troy, and
Who's Nick Cage's character?
who's Nicolas Cage's character.
Yes.
And Nicolas Cage's character has this big plan, and basically just a bunch of madness happens. We can't like how do we
So
explain it?
yeah, so early on they capture Castor Troy, Nicolas Cage's character, but find a leftover bomb threat.
Hmm.
And they can't get any of the old gang to talk. So the plan is to have Sean Archer, John Travolta's character, go through this surgical process where they literally remove Troy's face and
And they put
swap,
it on Travolta.
yeah, to try to get the terrorists to talk. So as a result, Cage gets to play Sean Archer for a little bit. And
Yep.
then once Troy wakes up, John Travolta gets to play the terrorist. So they kind of switch roles a lot. And it leads to a bunch of hijinks, insanity, great action, over the top spectacle. It's ridiculously fun.
Yeah, for those who aren't familiar with John Woo's director formula, basically there's a bunch of slow mo, bunch of over the top action, and of course some doves.
Which one thing I will admit, and I admire this for this movie, we don't get he uses the doves very sparingly in this movie.
Yes.
He only uses them when he needs to, which I admire a director who knows that something that's a style of theirs will not fit a certain movie, and they
Hmm.
just bring it down to a minimum.
Right. He knew when to like limit the use of the doves and only use it for like the climax.
Yeah, they're only in the climax, and even then, I don't think they're in the second. They're only in the beginning of the climax.
Yeah. Now I will say, even when there's no over the top action, it's still kind of entertaining.
Yeah, a lot of silly, insane performances, especially from both Cage and Travolta.
Oh
There's
yeah.
a lot of meme, like visual memes out on the internet, um, of Nicolas Cage's face, and a lot of those come from this movie.
Oh yeah, like
Okay, we're now we're just the whole review should just be us making very silly faces.
oh yeah, like we're pretty much convinced that John Woo just told everybody just do whatever performance they want to just have fun, especially to Cage and Travolta, which they clearly do.
I feel like maybe the other actors probably were told, given some direction. I think mostly what it was is that Cage and Travolta knew this was over the top. They could get away with just being super hammy.
Oh,
I just
eh,
yeah,
oh yeah, especially when we're first introduced to Nicolas Cage's character. Well, we technically are in like a little
yeah. It
flashback.
does start out very dark.
Yeah, which leads into a question that a lot of audience members have, but we kind of figured it out. You know, why things happened the way they were in that scene. Should we explain what it was?
I mean, it's at the very beginning of the movie. It is pretty dark. I can see like, I mean, this is an R-rated film, so I mean, it's meant for adults, not meant for kids.
Right.
Um, basically, the very first scene is John Travolta's character with his son,
They're at a little carnival.
and Nicolas Cage's character tries to kill Travolta with a sniper rifle, but
Well, he hits his son instead.
yeah, which is dark already.
Yes.
And we do understand later that Troy felt bad about this because he has a son of his own.
Yes.
Yeah.
If people were wondering, like, because Sean Archer was grieving over his son, and people were wondering, well, why didn't Troy just
Yeah.
shoot him again? Well, and we kind of figured, well, we kind of
Yeah.
discussed that a little bit at the beginning.
Yeah. And also, I know that can sound really dark, especially like with all the stuff going on in America these days. But this was from the '90s. It should be judged as a '90s movie.
Very late 90s, yeah.
Um,
I will say there is. Sorry, go ahead.
as late '90s go, it's a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, it's a ton of fun. This will probably be a movie that I might rewatch a couple
Oh
of
yeah. Oh
times.
yeah. Yeah. Introduce new friends to for a good couple
I
laughs.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, I wanted to quickly go over like when we were first introduced to Nicolas Cage. They actually have a choir singing Hallelujah as he's
which is
like doing
hilarious, and he's
his
just doing this silly dance to it. It's great.
bit. Oh yeah. Like if
I
you
love it.
see that, immediately you should be sold.
Yeah. Yeah, if you're laughing at that, yeah. The other thing is there are a couple plot holes, which I
Yeah.
think were kind of in there on purpose. I don't care about these plot holes; they just make the movie all the more fun.
Oh yeah.
One
Well,
I screwed up on.
yeah, there was something we screwed up on, and that was just
So I'm pretty sure Nicolas Cage had brown eyes, and then I noticed John Travolta had blue eyes. So I was like, that would give away immediately that this is not the same person.
yeah, definitely.
Because all they do when they just have the actors switch roles. But then I realized Cage actually does have blue eyes.
There's a plot hole within our plot hole.
Yep. The inception of plot holes.
Yes, I should have plot holes. Oh jeez.
That's not what we're reviewing next week.
No, no, but we could though.
We do have to review that someday.
Yeah. So next week we are going to be reviewing one of the latest movies to be a hit on Netflix, Nimona, and I'm very excited to see Jessup's thoughts on
I
this
have not read
movie.
the book. I've not read the comic it's based on or anything.
It's based on a graphic novel.
I've seen a little bit. Like I've got a little basic idea. I don't really know the plot. I've just seen like some promotional stuff for it, and I am I'm excited.
Yes, I'm very excited too.
Yes.
So until next time, Jessup, do you have anything you want to say?
I'm ready, ready for the big ride, baby.
You know, I'm just going to do the